Hello. It is I. And we're back with another outline. What we're doing on this night is... I don't know. We are doing some quick art piece from start to finish in... I don't know. I'm going to try and turn on my gain a bit more. Make me seem louder. Louder than I generally am. So, we are going to be doing a few things. I'm going to just check. Check the music's actually playing. Yeah. Random background music. Here's a go. So. Right, okay. So. Let's see. So I'm going to be, I'm on the default A5 600 pixels. Choice on Critter, so it's the A5 600 ppi that I'm on, and yeah, I'm just going to try and draw something. Let's think. So I've not done anything decent in a while, so let's get. So I've got about an hour. That's what I'm working with. And then we're gonna try and get something down. So let me try and get some quick poses. See if I like any of them. So let's go smaller with these, because I don't really need them to be detailed. I just need a decent, generally when I draw I do like to have like a decent pose or kind of thought that's gone into it, so I'm going to try and raid my bank of drawings I've done, see if there's anything that I quite fancy and quite like to have another crack at. Let's see. I quite like this pose. Let's continue on with poses. That'll be like a gun. Bit of a hulking character. Beefy guy. Now, some of these you got to use a bit of imagination with, especially with the angles and the poses, because obviously if you've got a guy like this one, which will have like his sword like straight up. Yeah. The old weapon I don't see enough of though. I think I mentioned this to me the other day. It's like a halberd. Halberd just never seems to get enough justice, I don't think. Like a proper one anyway. Yeah. Hammer on one end, axe on the other, and then a nice spike at the top. Yeah. We'll call it the perfect weapon. I don't think there is such thing as the perfect weapon when it comes to just thinking about melee in particular. Yeah. I need to get some fun poses in here as well. There's just not enough of them. I think when I was doing one of them, I kind of just had this character that was kind of just like this. At one point that I did during one of the streams. Sock puppet. Right. I need something, so let's go square. Let's see. Let's make someone blocky and simple. quite like this shape. I'm going to stick to just this one brush. This is the Pencil Force Soft critter that I'm using as well. It's just down in the corner and go away. Alright, so I'm not going to be using the symmetry tool for this one. I'm going to try not to use that. This looks quite mechanical, so I think I'm going to try and do something machinish. Let's see. Now, there was a game I was thinking of, self-made, which essentially was basically mechas and cars and stuff, so and all these mechas were kind of just floating. So this could be part of that. I don't know which one it would be part of, because there's different factions it was meant to be. So you had some that looked a bit more demonic, some that looked just a bit more humanoidish. All of them had one trait, which is they don't have legs really. They kind of have like the top part of the legs, but other than that, it just they're kind of just more like the stabilizing part of the legs, so they're all kind of like this. So let's give them some legs shaped like this. Yeah. Keep that rotund body though. We're liking that. Just a bit of contrast is the colour. Just so I can see where I'm at, and then what I can potentially do with it after the fact. So I think keeping the soft edges, because I do have, because each one kind of does focusing on different things. So I've got had a class which was basically just your healer, your support class, your attack class essentially. So this one I think would probably lean into either support or healing. Don't think it'd be the attack one. I think it's a bulky for the sake of being more defensive. Let's get my find where I think the middle is. Quick drag. Go on. So if I just, because the other thing, because none of the ligaments are attached to the body. So the arms aren't attached, the legs aren't attached. The only thing, so you just get like this floating body with the head attached. The head is literally the only thing that'll be attached. Anyway, let's do that again. Because so generally you had the arm bits, so you had like the forearm and hands, the top of the legs, the torso, which is connected to the neck, and then you had these like shoulder pads as well, which are free floating. So that's what these are doing. So we have our pieces, kind of. Now, like I said, the head is connected to the body. How's this body looking? So I'm going to hollow out this. She's generally an orb. For each of these, and then the head is slightly off. Let's use this. To the center. So if I just get everything. Why is there so much more to this? Where do I think the middle is? Roughly here. Well, I'm not looking for the center of this whole thing. I'm looking for the center of this circle. I think it's roughly there. Turn that off before I accidentally draw with it. Bleh. Let's think. So if I were to give this geezer his neck, no, I think this guy's head sits low. So I'm going to have to do it in a separate layer. But now, so that head sits low. That's what I'm saying. So now we've got the rest of the body to figure out. Now this is different from all the other ones, because generally the other ones have been kind of like just like a small torso up chest area kind of thing with like a little kind of bumpy bit like this. So you just have like a more like this up top. So it's more like armor. And then you'd have like the bottom bit, which is more just like this. And they're just connected by this small little, you know, them tubes, where the kind of bumpy tubes, I don't know what you'd call them. But because this guy is bulky, it's not going to just be, feel like he needs... feel like it would actually rotate around the center. So that's where the head will sit around there. Using this for a bit of centralizing. If the head sits here, we know this much. is generally a socket of some kind, where an orb sits. So let's put that in. Like I said, so I am actually using the thingy tool, it seems. Let's merge these together. Looks very fancy. Let's do this. Gonna go back over this, I think. Once I've got the final shit. Right. So So we still need his head. No, it's not quite where I want it to be. There we go. No, it's not too bad. I need a bit more this yellowish color. I think this guy needs some antenna. I keep thinking like maybe beetle type thing or something when I see it or I've done with it, but definitely need some feelers. Alright. Gonna go for a different brush now. Something with a bit more solid. No, I'm not going. I'm gonna stick with the pencil for soft. Just need to go smaller. I'm trying to get that finer detail in. going to continue on with this. May want to be overboard with the gold, but reminiscent of the Power Ranger and Gold Ranger. Not too bad. Right. The head is now fused, and let's separate these guys. So we've got a bit of cleanup left to do on this. No. No, Kit. Not now. We have come to say hello. So I've got some cat repellent on this desk, in case she does become a bit too Jesus. This old lady's getting on. Can't quite climb properly. Thought you'd be clawing at me. This. And I can't go outside the lines. Interesting. Let's get this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Kitty. Can't see. Thank you. Not going quite right. I'm going to flip it. I have one good one, one bad one. Get rid of the bad one. Just add the good one. Yes, 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 kitty. Can't see you again. Oops. Oh, I kind of feel like I just want to do that. And do that, and then just have... Oops. Not erase color. Get thinner brush means stable lines of this run. Yeah. So a mechanic made this guy like bugs, insects, arachnids. All right. So CV, and then I go get this, and I go all around here. I just go by this. And go here and go flip. Right. Yeah, enough cat. Need to clean up the outskirts because they're a wee bit messy. Not too fussed about the white orbs, I will be adding those back in. But yeah, most of it needed getting rid of and cleaning up. Alright, okay, so get rid of that. So anything else that needs cleaning up will be done through a bit of elbow grease, it seems. And you seem awfully quiet, Kit. All right. So I've got B. And then just go down. I'm going to get rid of all of this. Can't go outside the lines, so it's fine. But now I have a perfectly symmetrical circle. And if I go to this, yes, crazy, I know. Oh no. Delete everything. Well, take that off. Back in black. How is that? Okay, maybe not that. Switch brush for a minute. So I can get perfect. Still haven't figured out the shoulder guards yet, but we'll work on that. Here, a second. Hi, kitty. Mm-hmm. Whilst I didn't quite finish this as fast as I said I would, because it's an hour and 10 minutes now. The recording's been, the stream has been going. Well, apparently I've got something interesting. And then I've got the arms. Which will be sat a bit more like this. I feel like I want to give the body a bit more to it. So like I was saying before, you know, all the designs, they generally have the torso area, which is like whatever that is. Then obviously the area where an orb goes. So, but then they had the connecty bit here. And then they have the other bit here where you'd have this, and then you'd have the leg pieces which are attached. They're not free floating as well, actually. So it'll be more like that. And then your heading as well would also not be attached. And then you have something here, whatever it may be, which connects to this little orb that's it in the thing. And then you've got like a gauntlet which also has an orb in it, which can be for anything. That's generally how they look. So this guy looks a bit squirt. So technically there should be something here which connects it to here. So I'm thinking maybe give them like beetle style wing things here. Yeah, let's have a look what the beetle wings look like, and then just this. It's just that. Beetle wings. Obviously you'll have the orbs here. And then if you look upside down, it looks a bit more like a beetle. Yeah. But yeah, so I like that. Anywho, we call it there for today. And I will see everyone in the next stream. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.